It's Friday, it's week 4 of the Mark and Jem weekly vlog, and we put a new sign on here that isn't rude. And tonight we're having curry for tea, and we're also going to watch a Big Cat programme, aren't we? Mm-hmm. Did you have a nice week?
Yeah, been alright.
I've been poorly. I've been doing lots of that. Yeah. Mainly at 4 o'clock in the morning and waking everyone up.
Trying to smother me with a pillow.
Trying to smother you with a pillow.
Pillows.
Yeah. So as a result of that, our week 3 vlog has gone live late. I'm going to put it live in a little bit because I've still got to do a thumbnail for it. Otherwise, what we're doing tonight, we're just going to watch TV, aren't we? Relax. Mm-hmm. Tend to do that a lot in the evenings. You're in work tomorrow, yeah. I'm going to cook again tomorrow. Gemma has requested lamb shanks, so I'm going to slow cook some lamb shanks tomorrow, and that's going to be our meal for the day. Did you want some onion throw it in there to cook with them?
You can do.
Yeah, I could do that because it always cooks nice in the slow cooker.
There's carrots in the fridge as well. So.
We'll just throw everything in the slow cooker and see what comes out. I won't put like cans of beer in there. You know, I'll stick to just the main food groups. Yeah. And then Sunday, we're not sure what we're going to do. It's going to depend on a couple of things. One is if I get much sleep the next couple of nights, because I've been coughing and spluttering, so I've not really had much sleep. And the other is the weather. So we may go out, we may have a nice roast dinner. We haven't decided. We'll decide near the time.
Yeah, we'll find things.
It's not like we're short of footage on these weekly vlogs, because they've been gradually getting longer as the days have gone. Anyway, curry time. I'm hungry. We're going to try these. These are the hotel chocolate. Mojito chocolates.
Strong on the rum, like crushed mint and lime. Says.
Should we give them a try?
The house rum is made by St. Lucia Distillers, just down the road from our Rainbow Estate, where they must grow the cocoa.
Yeah. This.
Shake.
Oh yeah.
Very interesting.
Just trying to get the camera to focus on you and not the kitchen. Yeah, where is that?
That does just taste like a mojito.
It tastes boozy, doesn't it?
Lovely.
Are you going to have some dreamings to wash it down with?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy your curry, by the way?
That's lovely.
You had a tikka masala and I had a jalfrezi, didn't I? And now the cats are eating dreamies. Oh, and a parcel came to me. I saw this on Springy Tales' vlog, and also I believe That Sounds Fun Sarah has this, doesn't she? And it is a Manfrotto Pixie. I have a full-size Manfrotto tripod and it's really good. I mean, the quality of it is amazing. So I thought I'd give this thing a try.
I'm seeing these two, how cute they are.
You're interrupting my Manfrotto geekiness. They are very cute though, aren't they?
He's such a sweetheart.
And then the other one is...
He's getting better though.
You took your arm off then.
But he's not biting me anymore.
But yeah, this is the tripod, this is more important. But yeah, this Gemma doesn't vlog too much because she says she struggles with the camera. So with this, you can use it as a handle, like so. So we'll probably be taking this for a trial run on our next trip. And also, I think it falls nicely within the Walt Disney World rules, whereby you can have a tripod as long as it fits in a bag. And this doesn't extend, so it's not a selfie stick. So that's interesting. Because the last time we went on holiday, I took my non-extending GoPro handle and they tried to take it off me and wouldn't take it's a GoPro handle for an answer. But anyway, there we go. So we're going to have a play with this weekend and see how it goes. Good morning, it's Saturday. I keep looking out the window when I'm recording stuff and I really should stop doing that, although it is nice out there. Anyway, what am I doing today? So as pointed out last week, I'm going to try and use Saturday as a cooking day, but today is not really something I'm going to follow a recipe on. Gemma just expressed a desire for lamb shanks, so I'm going to give that a go because I've not made them for quite a while. This is the kind of slow cooker recipe where I basically just get everything out of the cupboard and throw it at the slow cooker, and whatever lands in there gets cooked. So I will probably throw in the lamb shanks, obviously, because it would be a bit of a terrible lamb shank meal if I didn't put those in there. I'm going to stick some red wine in there, some mint, some rosemary, some garlic, salt, pepper, just whatever really. I'm in and out about whether to stick an onion in as well as a base for the gravy. We'll see what happens. So yeah, I'm going to get on with that, and then probably listen to a record or two later maybe, and play some games and have some lunch. We're still not sure what we're going to do tomorrow, so this might actually end up being our first relatively short weekend vlog. But we do have the beer of the week as well, of course. I've got some beers in. I could probably do about 8 weeks worth of beer of the week if I wanted to today, because I bought a few things in. I called out earlier in the car and did a little bit of shopping because I wanted to get a couple of things we forgot to get. And I happened to drive past the Bergen Booze and I thought, I'm going to go and check out what beers they've got. Because I'd heard a little rumour that they stocked one of Gemma's favourites, the plum porter. So I wandered in there and had a quick look, and sure enough they had 3 bottles of plum porter left on the shelf, which is a bit of a pain because they had an offer of 8 bottles for 12 quid, and if there'd have been 8 on the shelves I'd have got them and we could have stocked up on it, but I took the 3 anyway, so she's very happy about that. I got a couple of other American beers to try later as well. There we go, lamb shanks browned, some onions, carrots. I used some of the pine nuts from last week's recipe and just loads of spices and stuff. Some stock and some red wine, so that's now going to stay slow cooking for the rest of the day, possibly longer. Well into the evening. It's record time. I'm thinking that this might be a going theme for the channel for the weekend vlog, because I seem to listen to a record every week, and this week I've dug an older one out. I picked this up probably before I met Gemma. This is Godspeed You Black Emperor, F sharp, A sharp, Infinity. It's the first full album that Godspeed You Black Emperor did quite a while ago. This is a reissue of it, so because the original was like, well, in fact the original and this came with some cool extras. The original, these photos were proper photos, whereas now they're just prints. Oh, certainly they were at the point of buying this. I don't know if you can still buy this album. You probably can. It seems to be quite a popular one. If I just pop it out of the sleeve, I need extra hands for this really. There we go, I can use my knees. There we go. This also came with some extras. Came with a print and this envelope. I think that's everything. When I say extras, I don't mean it came with, like, you know, download codes or something. It came with really odd stuff. It came with some, like, thematically correct paperwork. Godspeed can be a little on the political side. They're a post-rock band, but they have like political elements too. It also came with, whoops, I just dropped the main piece. This sort of stuff. They're an interesting band. And more paperwork. This is actually just a list of there you go. That gives you an idea when I bought this. This was Constellation's, the record label that put this album out, releases in 2003, so this is getting on for what, 12, 14 years old now. 15 years old, blooming heck. The album actually came out much earlier than I bought this version. So let me just get the other part, which is probably the most fun thing here. So when they recorded this album, apparently they recorded it in a studio near to a railway line. So what they used to do was to get pennies. I dropped the coin again. Yeah, they used to get like 1 cent pieces, pop them on the railway line, and a train would run over them all, and then they gathered them together and included them in the record. So this is a penny that's been run over by a train. Anyway, I'm going to put the record on now.
Please. You grabbed my hand and we fell into it.
I haven't heard this in quite a while. It's pretty awesome. Told you I don't listen to pop music. So this band kind of, I suppose, you might have come across them if you ever watched the film 28 Days Later, when the main character leaves the hospital for the first time and walks around the abandoned London. The background music, I'm sorry, I'm playing Elite Dangerous as well at the same time. The background music that's playing while he is exploring London, an abandoned London, is basically this music. So a quick bit of digging. This album came out in 1997. I bought it on CD about 1999 and this version 4 years later, so 21-year-old album. Blimey. But yeah, I really need to get the second album as well because this is awesome. Although I will say that this comes from an era of vinyl when sales weren't very high, and as a result it's kind of paper thin vinyl rather than some of the thick collectors of vinyls that you get nowadays, which, you know, it's a bit of a shame. You still can buy it, by the way. I've just checked on Amazon, they still do sell a vinyl version. Whether it comes with all the trinkets and stuff, I don't know, but I'm probably going to have a look at getting the second album, which is called Lift Your Skinny Fists Like Antennas to Heaven. They were not ones for short album names. They actually have a few offshoot bands, including Silvermount Xeon, who renamed themselves at other times to be the Silvermount Xeon this and that and the other. And one time I think they got to the Silvermount Xeon Tra-la-la band with orchestra and choir or something daft like that. One thing I forgot about this record is it has a lock groove, which means when it gets to the end of the record it will just play this forever. I've only been sat here about 5 minutes before I realised. Change of pace on the record front. Also, speaking of pace, I wish people would put the speed records we're supposed to be played with on the record again now, because I just played this one wrong at the wrong speed for the first sort of 2 minutes, and it's not obvious with this album that it's played at the wrong speed until the singer starts to sing. This is British Theatre, by the way, which the same singer from Oceansides who I listened to the other week, and another member of Oceansides. Incidentally, today's gaming is Elite Dangerous. They've just announced an expansion to this game in the next few weeks, so I'm kind of getting back into it a little bit. I thought I'd fly back to the beginning of the game. It's a space-based game. It's a lot of fun. I'm also flying far too quickly for where I need to be, which is near to that planet there, and I'm going to go sailing straight past. Well, actually, maybe I can use the gravity of the planet to slow me down. Yeah, this game is very nerdy. It's awesome. We have a joint effort tonight. Look at that! Oh, yummy. Gemma did the veggies and the potatoes. So yeah, gonna snack on this now. So, Sunday's turned into trying to sort under the stairs. We seem to have picked up a heck of a lot of carrier bags. I think we probably need to have a thin out of these, don't we? We're also intending on finishing off a lot of the Christmas food that we bought and didn't eat because we were a bit offside. So, not really leaving the house today, which is kind of nice actually, to be honest. I did get a lot better sleep last night though. Not much coughing and spluttering. So, that's good. Bit of a quiet one this week on the video front, unfortunately. What we got here, we got the chicken wings from Iceland.
Yeah, I cooked them for a lot longer than on New Year's Eve.
Chicken strips from Iceland and the chicken tikka things.
And these are beef Wellingtons.
Beef Wellingtons from M&S. So these will be the ones that I'll be interested in because the rest of the M&S food wasn't very good.
Well, they've not cooked very well. They've been a lot longer than they needed to stay soggy.
I found it really interesting that after me ranting about the M&S food, they announced that they'd had like less sales this year. So there we go. Goes to show, if you do bad food, no one buys it. Did you enjoy your party food? You're very full. Oh, the cats are on the stairs while we were eating. We put the cats away because otherwise they would have eaten half the food for us. Anyway, it's beer of the week time, Sunday, which I've decided is beer of the week day.
Okay.
We have 2 beers of the weeks today. Beers of the weeks. So we're going to give them a try. First one is Vocation Brewery Yakima. Is it Pilsner? It's a lager. So you want to open it? We'll give it a quick try. No glasses this week because we're far too lazy.
I'll try first.
Okay. Oh, that's really nice. It's really fruity. For a Pilsner, that is probably one of the best I've had.
It is fruity, isn't it? Craft lager.
So I don't normally give vloggers very high ratings, but I'm going to go for a
3.75.
no.
4.25.
I'm going to go for a 4 on that because I think I would session that. And the next one
is an extraordinary IPA. Got a little walrus on it,
and
it's called a Vidette, an India Pale Ale, but not really from India, and not really a pale ale.
I liked that one for that reason.
That's what it looks like.
So I'm going to give that a quick try. Give my palate a moment to reset. Whoa, that's got a lot of flavour in it. See what you think of that?
Taste of malty flavours and extra hops.
Yeah, it's very malty.
That's nice, Jim. Like that one better.
You like that one better. So what would you rate the can?
I think I'd go with a 4 with you.
A
3.5 with that one.
Yeah, I think I agree actually. That's a good score. So now we're going to finish them. And let the cats back in. Well, actually, we need to put the food away first. But as for the food, the chicken wings, the Iceland chicken wings, were actually much nicer than the other ones. The other ones that I did not like.
I did leave them in the oven for longer than it said this time. Though.
The strips were fine. The chicken nugs with the tikka bites, where they were fine, and the Marks and Spencer's patty things I quite enjoyed.
Yeah, they were nice. A nice mushroomy flavour to them.
So there you go. We basically all of the New Year food that we wanted to eat and stuff. Of all of it, this was probably the best, and we are now halfway through January. Typical.
Well, that's only because we went well.
Yeah, true.
No appetite, so making up for it now.
These faces are getting weirder as I look at the camera. It is Wednesday. We have had a uneventful week and therefore decided not to vlog much of it because it was uneventful. How's the diet going? Well, tonight we're having Domino's for tea.
I've been working hard.
You've been out on she's shaking her head. She's nothing on.
Not even slightly working hard.
No. But you did actually have to travel to work today, so you had a long day.
I went to Manchester a report.
Yeah, and I.
Watching the planes come in, it was lovely.
Watching the planes coming in and going out
Big
again.
Virgin plane coming in, I was thinking, that'll be us soon.
Yeah, we are now at 110 days, aren't we?
Yeah.
Anyway, so this has been a bit of a short week, so I thought I'll finish the vlog off this week by showing you what happened to the Christmas village. Well, a Millennium Falcon landed, but what I did was I took all of the Christmas village down because it's not Christmas anymore, boo-hoo, and I replaced it with modular sets, although I have just noticed that I've left a scooter upstairs here. That's probably not a good idea.
Scooter on the balcony.
There's a scooter on the balcony, and also there's a table, a pizza table here. So,
okay, it's time for pizza.
My umbrella fell off.
Oh no.
I'll put that back. Oh, I'll sort it later. Anyway, these are the modular sets. So these are dead good. What you get is a building, but it's super detailed. It's going to be really hard to show you how detailed these are, and ultimately what happens is you build a street out of these buildings. So this is the Palace Cinema, and this is Chez Albert, the French restaurant, and what you get is, you see at the end here, you get these little bricks here with the little holes in, and then you can get another modular set and clip it onto the side, and then eventually you build a really long street. Unfortunately, as it stands, I've only got 2 of them. I say unfortunately, it's not really unfortunate, it's fantastic because they are really nice builds. At some point in the future I will buy more, but I have just bought the Lego Porsche, so I don't really have the money to spend on any more. I bought vouchers, by the way, I'm not made of money. But I'll show you inside the cinema to start with. This is the inside of the cinema, and you can see we've got 2 people stood in there, and there is a little what they call a projector, and obviously you've got your screen and you've got your chairs and your stairs to go upstairs, and on the roof there's a doorway so you can open it up and then your minifigs can come out the top. You'll notice that these pop off really easily. It's quite helpful. There's not many studs holding them on, so you can just lift them off and have a look inside. There's your lobby. There is facilities there. I think there's no, I can't actually see it myself, which is a bit of a problem. Yes, you've got there's your refreshments, and buy your tickets down here. And again, there's a staircase because, you know, this cinema is not really good for people with disabilities. Oh well. And now I'll pop that back. In fact, 1 minute, I'll put it all back together with both hands. So the top 2 floors of Chez Albert are actually a flat. So this is the top floor, which is like the, it's got some nice details. You can open this bit and there's some little windows. But inside here, you've got a little fireplace, which does actually open, I think. It's been a while since I built this one, actually. But also there's like an artist's easel and some paintings, and some modern art there. And of course the door's shut and stuff like that. Next floor, I have to be really careful because they're quite well held together, but if you pick them up in the wrong spot they just fall apart. Like something just fell into the... it was actually a person just fell into the kitchen of the restaurant. And now... well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to stop because I'm breaking more than I'm fixing. Inside the apartment here, you have a little chair and a little kitchen area with a little seat to sit on, and I popped this woman on the front there. She's watching the world go by from her balcony. I'm going to have to struggle to show you inside the restaurant because I can't move it easily without moving the palace. But you have your basics in there, a couple of tables and chairs. There's a little wine rack at the back there, which is kind of nice. And then in the kitchen's actually, I can't show you because the light's really bad, but the kitchen's one of my favourite mini builds of all time. Let me just see if I can get some light on that for you. You'll have to excuse my rather shoddy lighting, but that is the kitchen. So you've got plates, you've got rolling pins, knives, the big chicken, all the little cupboards and drawers open, which is really cool. I really enjoy building that little thing, and that's probably the theme for these sets. There's just so much detail with them, they're really good fun to build. They are a little on the expensive side. Well, I say a little, Lego's expensive in general. These run about £125 to £140 a set. There is one of them gets up to £185. But this is my way of relaxing, so I don't mind spending the money to have a nice relaxed evening building one of these sets, although the noise from me building them generally tends to drive Gemma up the wall. But yeah, I'll just pop the roof back on this and you can see the full sets as they are complete. They come with minifigs. Up until recently the minifigs were all like the old style minifig, and what I mean by that is they all had just the basic smiley face like this. So if you look at a minifig from a normal set that isn't one of these, this is from the pizza van, which I've also got. Oops, she's not focusing, but you can see she's got like lipstick and stuff on. So, but I think I just noticed that the latest one of these is they've actually moved on from doing just these basic like smiley faces, and they've now moved towards having like different character faces. That car came with the Palace Theatre, and that's basically the star of the show being driven in by a chauffeur. And round here, he's drunk, he's fallen over, but there is a photographer. He has a little camera in his hand there. And of course the G7X has decided not to focus on him because it never focuses on what you want it. I did add a couple of I'll try that again, shall I? I did add a few extras onto here. I bought this little set, which was it was a relatively cheap set. It was like £15–20, and it's a little pizza van. It came with a scooter, and that came with the table that I broke earlier. The camera is now focusing on everything but the thing I'm looking at, and you got your little pizza guy in there. And the other set, thing I left down here is from the Winter Village. I left this little build because I really liked it. So at some point in the future I'd like to get more of this, but these aren't like, you know, purchases that you buy every day because they're quite expensive, so I'm just slowly building it up. Is that okay for you? Gemma was complaining that the camera was too close to the face. And it wasn't focusing on me, so the thing is, Gemma is sort of not taking into account the fact that my arms aren't very long. Oh, I am a T-Rex.
Oh baby, yeah, I can sit there.
Oh, if it goes, oh, hey, selfie view. That's really not helping. It's gonna make the viewers sick. Right, I am not letting you hold the camera ever again.
Bloody heavy.
Yeah, well, you wanted it on a Manfrotto thingy or whatever it is.
Oh, I know.
Pixie.
And I got it. A pixie.
Yeah. Oh, do you like that? Does it work for you?
Tinkerbell, yeah.
Anyway, so that was week 4 of our vlogs. Probably not the longest we've ever done, and not the most active, but I think we both needed a bit of a rest, didn't we? So we'll probably plan for something for this weekend, I think, weather dependent.
Yeah, hopefully.
Even if it's bad weather, we could always head into town or something.
My auntie's 50th birthday, we've got to go and see her.
Oh, okay then, we'll do that. And with that, we shall bid you goodbye.
Bye.
See you next week.